Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay. Just setting up a few things. Just gonna put out a Instagram story, guys, to let everyone know that I'm live. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm about to do a live photo editing stream on here. As you can see, we got set up. We are live streaming on YouTube, so swipe up or go to my YouTube and you can join in. We're editing a bunch of photos and talking to you guys, so I'll see you there. Do a cheeky swipe up thing. Okay. Let's fucking do it. It's gonna take me a while to even choose all these photos to edit. I took like 773. Fucking Facebook's popping off. How are the levels, guys? Is my mic too loud? Is the music not loud enough? Anything like that, let me know. Right, we're good to go. So today we are editing some of the photos from Ben's Kia Stinger GT. His Instagram is lol_Kia, I believe, something like that. So we've been to a few locations. This was taken earlier in the week. So we filmed, well, we did some photos at a few locations, and this is basically the before photo shoot. So there's a lot of big changes coming to the car soon. I can't remember if he's exactly said what they are, but I'll just say there's huge changes coming. So he wanted a photo shoot before and then a photo shoot afterwards, and we're going to be doing a really cool reveal photo shoot where we, like, you know, hook mics up in the engine bay by the exhaust, get some cool, you know, like noises, and just do some crazy shots. We got some awesome stuff planned, so that should be fun. It's gonna take me a while to choose all the photos anyway, so I'll do that while how do I get that out of the way? Might need to turn off annotations, because I think actually, you know what I'm gonna do? No, I'm gonna leave it down there. I'll make my webcam a little bit bigger. But yeah, let's fucking go. Everything's good there. I'm gonna plug my phone in so it doesn't die. Come on, G. There we go. Alright, so you guys are going to pretty much see like a full like, you know, choose the photos, edit them in Lightroom, go into Photoshop, edit them again. It's probably going to take a good 2 hours or so. So yeah, if you have any questions at all, I've got the chat on the right side of my screen here on my second monitor. I can see it there. I'm gonna keep forgetting to forget to look at the camera, but yeah, I got the chat over there. So if you want to say anything, ask any questions about anything at all, put them over there on that right side, and I'll be able to see. But yeah, let's get into it. So let's come back to the library for now. We've got 773 photos of Ben's Kia here. A lot of those are sort of double ups. Did I have a tripod? I had a tripod with me, but for the brighter shots, I usually just like take a few each time. And we also did a bunch of rollers as well, so that's gonna have a lot. We're gonna start here. This is a cool new spot that I found recently. Actually, it's kind of like a abandoned industrial area, and this ramp has a bunch of grass on it, so it's really cool. So got some shots here, and I pretty much go through in Lightroom, and I just use the arrow keys and the P button, and I click P when I want to flag a photo. So flag. We got double polarized shot here, so I'm going to flag both sides of that polarized shot. We got the vertical version. I usually take a horizontal and a vertical version for every photo, just in case I happen to really like the vertical one as well, and I want like a bit of a higher resolution for Instagram. But generally, I would say shoot at landscape and you can crop it later. Especially if you have a good camera, like a high megapixel camera, you can just shoot a little bit wider in landscape, crop it later. But yes, we've got some pretty good photos here. I'm gonna have to Photoshop out a few things in the background, but not bad. Got a few little details here. So I'm just going through right now, choosing exactly what photos I want. I'm not a huge fan of that actually. Got my coffee here as well. That's not coffee, that's water. This is coffee. Delicious French vanilla. Do I like this shot? The headlights? Nah, not really a huge fan. I like that shot, the vertical one there. Really like that one too. We'll get both polarized and unpolarized, both sides of the polarized, and then we can combine those later in Photoshop. Quite like this one here as well. We need to do both polarized there. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Actually, I think we have a lot more wheel shots later on as well, so I'll probably keep. I think I got a closer one of the Brembos. This one, Brembos, I think. Already got one from that angle before. Just gonna get my mate to, how does it? This is my first time ever doing a live stream. Well, I used to do some live streams back when I was a squeaky little fuck playing video games on my video game channel like 5 years ago, but haven't done a live stream in a very long time. That was not a good photo, this one here. It's just shooting straight into the sunlight, not gonna work. Let's see. Yeah, these wheel shots, if you get really low at about 35mm, it's usually the best angle for a wheel, if it's a nice big wheel like that. So we'll take that horizontal, we're in the vertical one. Yeah. We already got a shot from this angle. Farther than that, quite a nice detailed shot. Now what I didn't realize here on the camera is that like the frame rate or the shutter speed was going to affect the LED tail light. So I luckily managed to get one with the full ring on it, but yeah, you got to be careful with that because those modern tail lights, they flicker at a certain rate, and so you have to match that to your shutter speed, usually about 1/50th, I think. That might have been like, I might have been shooting at like 200. Not a huge fan of that shot. Already got pretty similar shots of the back wheel. Actually, that's a better Brembo shot to the one I had before, so I'm going to go back. With the brakes as well, you want to get in, if there's got a nice big brake kit in there, you want to get in really close and sort of look up at it. You don't just want to look straight on. I used to do that a fair bit, but I think it looks better. A bit more dimension to the image. It's quite a nice shot of the headlights. It's okay. These shots are nice. Put polarizing there. If you face the sun, we'll be able to fix this sort of flare here, the glare. But if you face the car like the sun's directly behind it, but on an angle to use, it's like this is a 45-degree angle to the camera, but the sun's just making this big long shadow, and it looks really cool. So quite happy with that one. Same version, but vertical. There's not really enough, room here to create a vertical one out of the landscape. So put another one vertically. I wish I had not gotten the footpath in this shot. Placed the car more to the left. But not too bad. Don't like this shot at all because you can see all this stuff in the background. But we got heaps of the back later on. Now's the fun part of filming. Dean, you better give me some fucking feedback, buddy. I'm worried that the live stream is like not looking or sounding okay. If anyone's in the chat, let me know like how laggy, if it's laggy or anything. I'll try to fix it, but if it's sweet, then all good. Now we're gonna go through the tedious process of finding the good rolling shots. So as you can see here in my library, we have about probably like 400 or 500 rolling shots, and most of them are not in focus because that's just rolling shots for you. So how we find if they're in focus or not, sometimes you can sort of see. Sorry, but I'm just making sure that the stream... I'm making sure I gave the correct URL to everyone. And I keep on thinking that I need to rush this, but fuck, it's a 3-hour long live stream. We got plenty of time. Gonna make sure it's all good. Looks good to me. Delicious French vanilla. Yeah, looks fine to me. I don't know what the fuck you're on about, then. Sweet. Okay, rolling shots. So, okay, I'm gonna put my phone away. I keep on getting distracted. Okay, rolling shots. So, just like because of the nature of rolling shots, for these ones we're going about 80 k's an hour and the shutter speed is 1/25th of a second. So basically, most of them are going to be out of focus just because the car's traveling not the exact same. The car is traveling not the exact same speed as you, or it's just your handheld, so it's a bit shaky. So we need to go through and find the most sharp of these rollers. And if we go into develop, it's going to show us. Usually I zoom in on, sometimes you'll get the whole car super sharp, sometimes the front will be a bit off. It doesn't really matter if the front's a bit off, it actually shows a bit of speed, but if you get the main part, this is all quite sharp here, so this is a possible good one. The front's a bit sharper in this one. That's pretty good. That's it, there we go. The front is pretty sharp, not perfect, and the back is super sharp. So we got that one. Press P to flag it, and then we can come in here to our flag, and we've got all our selected photos that we are going to edit later on. So this is we're just selecting what's good. I'm not looking at these guys. Alright. Group chats are the most distracting thing in the world. I always mute my... Don't call me, cunt! I'm gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Dean's trying to call me while I'm trying to live stream. But this one... it's a bit better. I think that one that we flagged was the sharpest. So now we're in the tunnel. That one's pretty sharp. We'll flag that just in case. But I don't like this glare here. It'll be hard to fix later on. Let's see. So usually I just like keep it like that so you can see how blurry it is, and you just sort of flick through trying to find the sharpest ones. You can see it varies quite a lot. That was pretty good. That was not bad. We'll flag that. And even though I'm flagging a few of them, it's just because I don't want to have to go through this, you know, forward and back all the time. Say what's up if you're watching. Say what's up in the chat. If you got any questions about anything at all, have a chat. Just working from home today. Not doing much. That's quite sharp in the front, like that. So many. I think this is on. Oh, that one is. That one's really sharp. That was good. You gotta remember, like, even if it's a little bit unsharp, put some sharpening on it, and you know, you're gonna be viewing it from. You know, you're not gonna be looking at it like that, and it's gonna be on a phone as well. So, Exxon Media. How's it going? Pretty good, bro. Been dealing with some fucking bullshit recently that I can't talk about just yet, but I am fine. I'm doing good. Work is going well, so it's all good. Glad to be like back out in the real world, not just sitting at home all day. These ones, maybe that one. Spotel13, love these photos. Recommend any good shoot spots near Auckland, bro. Like, there's a million good spots, you just have to go out and find them. And man, I have like 50 or 60 around the city, all pinned on my Google Maps. So what I do is I drive around and I look for locations. I just drive around, you know, take my own car with my camera, maybe take some photos of my own car, see how the photos come out. If they come out good, I'll mark on Google Maps. Like that little, I'll show you on my phone. You can kind of see those little, oh, maybe I'll make the camera focus on it. Can I make the camera focus? There we go, you see that? How there's heaps of little gold markers everywhere? So I tag a spot at the exact address. If I go there and it seems like a cool spot, and then I'll go back later. Is she gonna focus on me again? Or did I just fuck it? Did I just ruin live stream? Come on. Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Where's my focus? Come on. I swear to God. Zone area, center. Focus on me. Focus. Focus. Autofocus. Yes. Focus. Focus. Oh no. Okay, just focus area, just Come on, mate. Piece of shit. Manual focus. Come on. How did I screw it up that quickly, boys? Okay, stand by. Oh, can I just manual focus on the camera? Nope. That's not working. Oh, there we go. Is it gonna reset? This is just my head. Oh, what have I done? Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix this. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, how about this? Hey, we did it! Sweet. Okay, I fixed it, boys. Open this window, it's getting fucking hot in here. That took way too long. Okay. Back into it. Are you going to be editing photos people sent in a few days ago? Fuck, that was like weeks ago now. Nah, I kind of just got busy, man. And they all, like, everyone sent in JPEGs, which I can't really do that much with. There's only like 1 or 2 that sent in RAWs, and there's not much point, especially doing a whole live stream for it. Maybe in the future, if we get some more people that send in RAWs. I actually already went through and tagged all these photos, like flagged them all on my other computer. So I'm pretty sure I know which ones need flagging. It took me like an hour to do it. Went through all of them. And found them all, and then I decided to edit them on the live stream, and I can't do that on my Mac because it's a piece of shit. And doesn't have a second screen, so I decided to do it on this computer, which I don't usually edit on, but I think it'll make the better photos because it's much better quality. That one's pretty good. Dean's cracking up. Cool. And I don't think I'm going to use any of these first back shots because we've got way more on the other run back in, and they're also just a bit far away from my liking. These are not too bad. Maybe that one. Oh, try to get a sharper one. That's not bad. That's better actually. What have you guys been up to during lockdown and shit? Is anyone back at work already? Don't have a milk mustache. Actually, I'm gonna use that one. Being very fussy, and that'll be good for the back shots. This is just coming out of the Waterview tunnel, and I think these didn't come out super sharp. We're traveling at a bit of a different speed. You need to be like, preferably with your rollers, both cars going the exact same or very similar speed. I'm gonna try to find the sharpest one of the bunch here. It's probably the sharpest one, but that fucking pole's in the background. And it got a bit overexposed because that sun was just so strong. I was on F11 and it was pretty strong, so I could have stepped it up a bit more, but it was probably going to be blown out anyway, so we'll just go with like a blown out look please for this one. Night shift, so close to be able to shoot again. Yeah bro, I've had a few photo shoots the last We had like 3 or 4. Not it's just I had 1 car shoot. Oh, I had Truck Campbell's car and this car last week, and but we maintained our distancing whatevers. Oh, that was sharp. That's good. Done. And I've had a few from my business as well in the last few days. So it's been really good to get back out of the house, even though I can't drive because I don't have a license. It's been interesting, but yeah, it's been good. Much better than staying at home. I'm really keen to go to the gym when it opens back up later this week. I mucked it around. You know, this is at like 35 mil. I was just, the window's up in my car, and I just thought a sort of a detailed rolling shot would look quite cool. So I'm probably going to crop it in quite close, maybe like to just like there or something, and get like a close-up detailed shot. That one came out pretty sharp. Just do it there. I think I took way too many here though. Let's go back to the library. Bigger. Okay. These all came out pretty good. I think especially the latest shot, the latest spots turn out sick. I hate it when Lightroom, I think it's just my settings, but like Lightroom like doesn't load it very well. The sun was so strong here. I think it was more down this on ramp when, oh, Lightroom glitching out. That one's pretty sharp. That one there is very sharp. I need to buy like a nice microphone that sits here as well. I don't want to have to wear this stupid headset. It's not comfortable. I reckon that's probably the best. Got that nice sun here, not too many reflections. Pretty much the whole car is nice and sharp. Got some nice leading lines, shows where it's going, nice blur here. Probably Photoshop out this. That's good. Or that one. I think that one. It's a tiny bit sharper. 8 whole viewers, boys. Damn, I'm getting famous up in this bitch. Let's reply to this message real quick. I'll put on some better music than this. This is like shit drum and bass. Liquid D&B. Let's go to SoundCloud. Let's go. Great mix. Odessa No Sleep SoundCloud mixes. Very good for editing. Got some more tunnel shots here. Pretty much got these angles, but I think I managed to get some more. I think we just did 2 passes in the tunnel. Managed to get some more, some different angles like this. And some vertical shots just for Instagram. Put that back. There we go. Pretty sharp. Not bad. these are shot on a Sony Zeiss 1635 f4. You don't really need 2.8 when you're shooting as wide as 16, I think. And it's like half the price of a G Master. It's actually half the price. It's a big range. 1.2 and the G Master is like 3. These super low shots can look pretty cool. Pretty sharp. See if they're again these shots. The camera's like a few centimeters off the ground. That was doesn't really matter if you if you flag too many, you can just go back after and delete them. Is there any sharp ones from this one? I think that one's not bad. They're not like super sharp, but they're not gonna work, I think. The high angles. Pretty sharp. It's funny, like sometimes super low angles work on some cars, and the higher up angles are better. Not enough at the back of the car was showing here. I think I got a better photo down a bit. Oh, too bad. Hold up. There we go. That one's so pretty sharp. That last one was the sharpest. That one. Cool. Same angle, but vertical. I'm only going to edit a vertical one if I'm going to post it on, if I know for sure that I'm going to post it on Instagram. And here we are at the next spot. This is by the Sky Tower in the city. Pretty cool spot. It's a new one for me. I just found it last week actually, so it's good to get. Turn the mic up and the music down, okay. Let me check if I can make the mic. Not sure if I can make the mic louder. I can talk louder. Mac's already technically at max volume unless I can. Sheesh. Unless I can do it in the Windows settings. Let me just check this work-related message real quick. Sorry boys, one second. Is that music and microphone combo better, bro? The levels, is that better? Perfect. So, okay. Have we already been going for 34 minutes? Fuck me. I have to go in 2 hours. I better get this done. Okay. So, important to take shots from a few different heights. Yeah, this Kia isn't super low, so a super low angle isn't going to work amazingly, but that one actually looks quite good. I like the reflection here of the headlight, like a little lens flare. And, I think that looks better than that. I'll do both. YOLO. Nah. Maybe. Bit of strange detail, that looks shit. Cones in the background suck. Need to watch out for those things, you know. Probably should have turned the car around and done a front shot the other way, but we got plenty of other front shots. Wheel pick. I really like this shot, the side-on one. All we will need to do is clean up this stuff in the foreground, but that looks really cool with the reflection from the roof. I'm not going to do the user zoomed in one, better to have a bit more wiggle room. I'm not going to bother with that angle. You can barely see these, fuck, they're dark. But it's not too bad though, because I'd rather actually these be a bit too dark than a bit too bright and have too much noise, because it's going to be quite a dark style edit, this one anyway. I actually like the wider angle on this, looks a bit sharper, and just like the bit more depth. It's funny, like sometimes I like the really wide shots and sometimes I like the like really long angle shots. Yes, I charge for most of my shoots, man. Like, unless I approach someone, like, you know, if I ever ask someone to shoot, I would never ask, I would never like message someone and be like, hey, let's shoot, and then proceed to ask them for money, you know. You know, I would never hit someone up and be like, hey, love your car, let's do a photo shoot, and then be like, oh, and then like, or even worse, like send them an invoice afterwards. So if anyone ever comes to me and asks for a photo shoot, I charge my usual rate. If they just have a sick car and I ask them to do it, it's, you know, it's for free. Some of my mates, the ones that, you know, they really respect the craft and everything, they usually, you know, I give them a really good price, but they pay me. And then, yeah, it just depends. It depends what mood I'm in as well. Like, we'll see how these work out. I don't like the rubbish bins in the background. I might better make them darker. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, if your work's good enough, people will come to you and ask you how much you charge. If your work is not good enough, I'm just waiting for a package to be there, but I keep thinking I hear it. If your work isn't, like, you know, I'd say if more than like 90% of the people that ask how much it is, you know, say no after you tell them your price, then you're charging too much. I probably get maybe like a 50% success rate, but that's because people are cheap as fuck here. They have no problem charging a lot more in a place like LA, but I understand, you know, it's New Zealand, it's not a huge, you know, not everyone has heaps of money. I really like that angle. Oh, this roof here looks sick. Not so much of the landscape because you can see this car in the background, but again, I might try save it. Don't love the super low angle actually. You can see too much under the car here, which, you know, wouldn't be a problem if it was bagged or something, but because it's like still stock height, or not stock height, but it's, you know, it's not super low yet, then yeah. These shots came out pretty good. This is in, I'm not sure what lane it is, but it's this lane with the fairy lights in it and the CBD. I keep hearing something outside. No, I think I do. I'm just going crazy. These are pretty good. We need to check. These were all on a tripod. So, you know, they were like 1/10 of a second, f5. F5 so that we get the whole car in focus. If you shoot, you know, f1.4, f2, f2.8, the whole car, there's no way, if you're remotely close to it, it's going to be in focus. So these look quite good. Actually, we'll go with that one. Yeah. These ones are alright. The planters sort of get in the way. These ones, really good. So we used a bit of fill light. So I had Ben, who owns this car, stand here with a light, and he shone it on the side of the car because the only light was this down, you know, the light from the top up here. So you can actually see here. I should have matched the temperature of these lights, the yellow ones, but I made the light over here white. So this looks more blue in this area, but because it's a grey car, it's not a huge deal. We can just take the saturation out of the blue, out of the oranges, and it'll look good. But yeah, use a bit of fill light, otherwise this side of the car would be really dark, and it would just be the bonnet and the windscreen that's bright. But that looks really good. Portrait version, I'll probably post that. Not too low though. That one's not bad, but we already sort of have that same angle. Nah, this is really cool. Buildings in the background. This is at 53mm, so you get more compression, more of the buildings in the background. Looks really cool. Same, there was fill light. I think it was fill light here. And we're going to take out all these little dots. I'm thinking of starting to charge soon. Just trying to up my skill. A good way to find out if your work is good enough to charge is if I would just say do free shoots until people start asking you how much you charge. Because if people are starting to ask how much you charge, if they just say, hey, can I have a photo shoot? They either don't respect you enough to ask how much it's worth. Like if someone asks me, hey, can I have a free photo shoot? There's a good chance that I won't even reply to them. Or I'll just say like, lol, no. Like there's a certain level of respect. So like if they don't respect you, then, you know, they're gonna ask for a free shoot, and you say like, you know, it's just, yeah. But as soon as people start asking you how much you charge, like someone messages you like, hey, how much do you charge for a shoot? That's how you know that you can at least charge something, right? You can charge $10. I started out charging $50 a shoot. This was about 2 years ago when I very first started doing car photography, and at the time, you know, I was still a full-time photographer, so, you know, I was earning, you know, that was like not even close to my hourly rate. You know, I'd charge $50 and it would take 2 hours plus travel to shoot and at least 2 hours to edit, right? So that's 4 hours. Like we're working for like $12.50 an hour. Now I charge more close to, well, usually I charge about, if it's just a basic photo shoot, like with rollers like this, something like this. I did this in return for a favor from Ben, but I would usually charge about $250 for this. But, you know, I would charge 50. The next time I would charge 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then when heaps of people start saying no, that's how you know you've started charging too much. So if I started asking for like $400, more people would start saying no. But even at, yeah, that's just like, yeah, as you get better, you can start charging more. And don't let people take advantage of you, because a lot of people have tried to do that to me before. People that I thought were good friends, and eventually you just tell them to get fucked. If people can't respect your work, like, then they can get fucked, right? Pretty much. You know, there's levels to it. But, these were taken in the middle of Queen Street. So Ben just parked up in the middle of Queen Street. It was pretty dead. This is where we shot Campbell's car as well. And just parked in the middle of Queen Street. Looked pretty cool. And then we found this spot where these rainbow lights were behind him. So I'm going to do my best to clean up this image. It's a bit dirty. Hey, buddy. get that guy up for sure. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. Preferably would have had his car a tiny bit further back, but it was sort of a very quick in the moment shot. So here we go, we have 69 Lamau photos to edit. Actually, I'm going to take out a few of these rollers because they're all very similar. That one. Right. I like the lens flare in that shot, I really like it, but that one's that one's a tiny bit sharper, but I think the lens flare makes it cool. Side shot, back shot, detailed, another back shot, vertical front, low. That's the same angle, the same lens flare as this one, but it's way sharper, so we'll delete that. Meh. Better back shot, way better than that. Delete that. We got our ones here. A bit too low. That's cool. Alright, so we're going to start editing these now, or editing colors. We're in develop. Hello? Yep, we're in develop. Obviously, we're in develop. Got this here. Cool. I actually need to piss, so I'll be right back. Wait a second, boys. We are back. Let me make sure my stupid face is nice and centered. There we go. Okay, so this image, fuck. I'm really cold, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Let's put a different shade on. Cool. A bit warmer now. With some of the on-road shots, how do you get your angles by? I mean, lean out the window, boot, or just open the door? I mean, usually lean out the window, but I can't get very low shots. Bro, like, you basically have to hang out the window, and like, you can go as low as you want. Like, I wouldn't recommend going too low, but like, yeah. I basically, like, I've put my hips on the windowsill and get as low as I can. Like, my fingers are like that far from the ground, so, you know, just depends how much you want to risk it for the shot, man. So this shot was a little bit overexposed. You can see here, it's like all up here, but not too bad because we got a Sony and we can fucking move that shit as much as we want. So gonna go down in the exposure, up the shadows a bit. Highlights. We're gonna start off with a pretty low contrast image. Get a little bit of clarity, and that should be good. I'm gonna give it like medium contrast in the tones, but actually will, yeah, it's pretty good for now. Okay. Probably just gonna end up taking the saturation out of that. Make it a bit yellow. Yeah, we'll yellow up this grass a bit. I think I'll make that all blue, and then lighten up the blues a bit. Cool. Purple. Not really into that in the image. Might just make it red in case any of the purple is like brake caliper. Magenta, sorry. Purple. Not really much of it. I'll make those brake calipers pop, so we'll pop the reds. Oranges. Yeah, we can kind of lower the oranges. It's only really in this door and on the footpath and up in here, so. Looks like I'll find out on Saturday morning. You did not hear it from me, mate. I do not condone you doing that, and it is fully up to you whether you do that or not. I would personally not recommend it because it's very dangerous. Leave set the saturation down a tiny bit in those greens because it's very saturated. We're gonna end up taking a fair bit of this blue out. It's not too much because it just looks really flat, but you know, you don't want to have too much blue in it. Like, blue is the worst color, legit, in terms of photos. It's awful. Purples, nah, not good. I never really touch luminance. Get just a nice soft yellow, and then we'll get some blues into the shadows probably. A bit more. It's a bit. Could be right. Would you have any tips for my Insta? Wait, for my photos if I plug my Insta? If you link your Insta, I'll have a quick look and tell you what I think, man. It's fine. I don't mind doing that kind of shit. Trying to work out what kind of look I want to go for in this. I'll come back to the split toning. I usually do split toning last anyway. Big tip with the sharpening tool here is like you want to mask everything, so I actually don't really want this sharpened, but it should be right. Tiny bit of noise reduction. The image is way too purple actually, I just realized. Nope. Nope, way too purple. That's just coming from the split toning though, so it's coming from that highlight. Can just try, like, if that wall's a bit, is that, yeah, the wall, can make the wall blue and the shadows orange, or we can make the shadows more purple, so the shadows are a bit green. That looks decent. It's like a pretty chill split tone. Let's see. file. Shadows. I want a bit more purple, it's pretty green. Red. I'm gonna give it just a bit more orange. That's pretty good there. Alright, let's check out your Instagram. Actually, hold on. I'll just bring this up. There we go. Where are you located? Auckland. Nice. That's a cool spot. Is that real? Where the fuck is that spot? Is that real? I feel like it's not real. Because that is like a front on... Nah, it's not real, it's a fucking render. Because that building hasn't been built yet. It's all good. I was just like, I don't know where that spot is. But no, that's pretty cool. Like, I like how you put that render in actually. Interesting. Pretty clean, man. I would just say like work on sort of creating your own style a bit more. Like, you know, all these images look a fair bit different, and especially like the colors. But yeah, just work on like sort of maintaining more. See, like this is really nice. I would say it's way too far away from the car. But like, see the colors in here, you like applied quite a like an orange and blue tone, and then you come to here and it's like really plain, natural looking. And you come up here and it's like sort of orange and blue again. Come back here and it's natural looking, like just more consistent. Develop your own style and just like get a consistent color grade. It's gonna help your feed come together. Anyway, cool. Let me just... Cool. So this is looking pretty good. There you go. If we click backslash, we can see the before and after. Greens, I'm gonna leave. They look fine. Blues. Gee, I'm gonna give it a bit of a blue. Yeah, I'm gonna get quite a lot of sort of blue and orange tone this one. The yellows are a bit too like weird yellow. Make them, I don't want them to be that orange though. I want to keep them somewhat natural. That's quite nice. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to bring in a slight, before we do that, so for every photo in this set, these are all the photos, I'm going to sync everything, but not the crop, spot removal, transform, local adjustments. I haven't done any of these yet, but sync that to all of those photos. Since they're all in the same location, they all have the same lighting, we can sync those settings to all those that first spot photos. Photo photography. Let's have a look at yours too, bro. All good, Margie. Let's bring it up. I hate using Instagram on desktop. It's just shit. There we go. Oh yeah, I know you, buddy. I know you. That's cool. Is that fucking, what's his name? Oh no, it's someone else. It's a pretty cool spot. I would just say like same thing, bro, like sort of like more, you know, like this shot. It's still pretty natural looking, but maybe like do you have Lightroom for PC? If you can't afford it, just fucking torrent it, man. Like download. Oh, good old oh, who is that? I know who that is. Can't remember the name though. You got some planes in there. I mean, if you want my opinion on like feed, then don't put planes in your car feed. Oh, there he is. I would just say like go for like, you know, most of these are like car spotting. You know, obviously like it looks like this is one of your only actual private shoots. But it's good, you know, like you're transitioning from car spotting to private shoots. I just say make it more consistent. Download Lightroom, learn how to use it. That sort of shit, man. Right. Back into editing. Who is this? Hold up. Okay, so pretty happy with how this grade is coming along. I think it's probably actually we'll highlight it down. Just touch up the whites a bit. I want to sort of have it more glowing effect, and I'm going to bring the blacks down a fair bit, but then we're going to come in here. Actually, I'm going to just chuck a little bit of a exposure there. It's a little bit overexposed here. We're going to come in, whoa, that's glitchy. Come in here to the shadows, inverted shadow, like that. But yeah, like I've been using Lightroom for like six years, man. Like, and I'm still learning, so start on it today because it takes a while to learn. And we're just gonna come in here and brighten up these wheels. The wheels especially. Not like too obviously though. So that's looking pretty good. Not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe the whites, it's getting a little bit overexposed here, but that's looking pretty good. Might want to make it a bit funkier for these colors. Maybe that grass a bit more yellow, and it's too. Yeah, that's good. So we're gonna paste those. Gonna give Lightroom a go. Yeah, bro, just fucking download it and muck around, and make sure you're shooting in RAW if you haven't already tried. I mean, you probably haven't tried that yet because you're don't have Lightroom, but start shooting in RAW. If you change the settings from JPEG to RAW on your camera, then that's gonna give you a lot more freedom while editing. You can do things like I'm doing here, like pull the shadows back out of an image. So these ones we're going to have to line up manually, and I'm going to take the black windscreen from this one, and then the black windows from this one, because it just looks, I don't want that reflection in there, I want this soft part. For Instagram we're going to do 4x5, car in the middle, make sure we're not getting that footpath in there. It's an ugly footpath. It's pretty good. Is that sharp? Yeah. Is that focused? Yeah, it's focused properly. Seeing you at Mount Rushmore Makers is going to flash my clock, so I have not to. Good decision. Don't think anyone wants to see that. Especially not at McDonald's. Cool, that's looking pretty good. Give these wheels a touch up. Had a little mess around with my camera, moved to RAW yesterday, and when I get Lightroom I'll give it a go. Yeah, RAW is just like way better, but like in terms of, you know, like RAW you'll start out something super flat and you can do this for example. You can like do that. If you did that on a JPEG it would look like utter shit. It would just look like crap. Depends what kind of camera you use though. I'll make this one a bit brighter. That's really good. Not a huge fan of that one actually. It's really good actually. So I'll do this. Did I? Just to make sure I that looks good. So I just do that to make that stand out more. It stands out heaps now, it's like the main point of the image. Did I crop this how I wanted it to be cropped? Yeah, because we can crop it in Photoshop later. Got a 70D. Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be better than JPEG. This one here we'll probably need to use a guided tool. So this is going to straighten up the lines that are a bit wonky. Didn't really work. Delete. This one, oh, I'll do it a bit further away. Just don't want to get that, don't really want to get the sky in it too much, and I don't want the door to be like awkwardly on the edge. That looks pretty good. Go, that's nice. Might just brighten up the front of the car a bit as well. Give it a bit more brightness. That's good. Rotate it a little bit. Sweet. I really like this shot actually. I think I'm gonna crop it to end here so it seems as though the building's like go on for ages. Get that straightened up. It's a bit of an awkward spot. Like, it's a bit weird. If the car was bagged, it would kind of be better, but I just think that about every car these days. And it's gonna be bagged soon, this one anyway. So this tool, you just like find a line that's meant to be straight and it isn't. Draw on it, and then it's gonna like sort of flip it, so that's way better. I'm not the best at like pronouncing all the technical terms for everything, but I know how to do this shit. Just not that great at explaining it. I'm getting better at it though, as I do it more and more. It's just practice like everything. Is that doing anything? Yeah. Cool. I don't want to try and get too much detail out of his wheel if it's not there. That's pretty good. We'll do more dodge and burning later as well, so just basic stuff. Do we need to do that? Probably. Is that pretty close? Yeah, I'll fix it later. They're like slightly different, so I need to adjust our masks. Any different angles of that? Oh, we don't need that shot because it's already pretty dark. Just not a huge fan of like how the light looks. So it's not the best angle. Like, you should have changed the car's angle instead of letting the light hit it directly on the side here for this angle. Cool. Let's see. This car's looking a little bit yellow, so if we grab this we can change that. This car's just looking like a bit yellow, but so what that would be, we'll put more blues into the highlights here. Yeah, it's looking better. Cool. Grab our guided tool here. And straighten that up a bit. Probably going to come in a fair bit anyway. That's pretty good. You want to be careful of, like, you know, what's on the edges of your image as well. Like, you know, if you had like an awkward line here, like, you know, if I left that door like that, it looks a bit awkward, but if I leave it like that, looks pretty good. I might Photoshop out that later. That's looking pretty good though. That's looking really nice. I need to... yeah, it's looking pretty good. You don't always want, you know, everything to be perfectly centered. There used to be a badge there or something. There's like little holes. You can fix that in Photoshop later. That looks pretty good. Nice color on these ones. Very colorful spots. This music's weird. I'm changing it. I'm just gonna put on Halcyon's soundtrack since I think why is my thing blowing up? Sorry, boys. 1 second. Put some music. Cool. Cool. Back to it. So this is looking a bit purple in the shadows. Bring the green back. Just a bit too much purple. Pretty good. Much better with slightly bump up the highlights on the light there. Like that shot. Pretty good. Sheesh, I better get a move on. Got shit to do. Oh, making a distance. Okay. Brush the blacks a bit too much there. This tire on the right really not doing it for me, so I'm going to put the contrast down on that. A bit brown as well. I fucking love these Halcyon soundtrack mixes, they're just so It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Maybe a bit more. Just the purple. Probably. Go back down again. This. Good. Can you give me an oh yeah? No. I cannot. Oosh, this photo came out good. Really liking that. See if we can do the same thing that we did before where we... Traffic cones are the worst. Oh, might be a bit close. It's a little bit close. Maybe we'll just Photoshop out the traffic cones. Because this is looking sick. More further away. That's looking cool. Imagine how good it would look bagged. Do our best to chill out that glare a bit on the back. Or we can probably do more in Photoshop. It's not too bad. It's good. Yeah, that's good. So same thing in the double polarizer here, we'll use this one to get the black windows and get the reflections inside, because that just looks messy. You can see that other building across the road. Actually, sometimes you keep the reflections on, it looks good. This might be one of those times. I'll copy those settings to be split it out. The local stuff. It looks like very natural, but very like good as well. I think I'm gonna leave the reflections in for, yeah, just like shows the body lines better. This one too as well. I'll put the black windows back in, but I'm gonna keep the reflection. Don't mind too much of this one. And this one we can cut out the cones. Cars on like a bit of an angle, which I don't like, but it's not too bad. Am I excited for R&V? I'm probably not going to go to... I'd be surprised if R&V happened this year. I'd be surprised if many events happened. But I don't believe I'm going to go to R&V anyway. because I have been twice before and it is very chaotic. I went to Northern Base last year, a few months ago. I enjoyed that a lot more, a little bit more chill. It's very chaotic. I really like how this is turning out. It's a good example of where reflections are shit. You can see guys hanging out here, and it just looks bad. So for this one, we'll use the we'll just use that shot. We'll do the best to get not too much footpath in this. Let's get a little bit. Something like this. That's pretty good. We need to get this. My good mate went to R&B and some dudes tried to bum him, had to call cops. Bum him as in like rape him or like steal from him? That's pretty fucked up. I'm not laughing at the situation, but like, it's pretty rough, man. R&B and shit's usually pretty chill, but there's always a few people that take it too far. That looks pretty good. Fix up that edge here. Take it in a tiny bit. Can probably copy the grade on this one to these other outdoor ones because they're very similar time. See how it looks. Nah. It's alright. Michael and Sabrina Patterson. I don't know what these names are. I can't tell if these are real accounts or not. Hello Michael and Sabrina Patterson, how are ya? That's pretty good. Way too like really purple, but how would I fix it? Do you include both portrait and landscape when doing shoots for a client? Depends on the client, I guess. If it's like, if it's a car that I'm not going to post on Instagram for various reasons, or it's like an older dude that I know doesn't have Instagram, unless the composition, you know, works better with portrait, I'll probably only just shoot landscape. If it's someone like, you know, someone that has a big Instagram presence and I know only shoots, only posts, you know, portrait photos, then I'll probably shoot majority portrait, but depends on the client, depends on the car, depends on a lot of stuff, my homie. Let's go for a bit different here. Let's try, what does this look like? Oh, actually, let's go. Nah, it's not gonna work. like we got a hardcore, like, what's that guy's name? JE tones or whatever feel in this one. The sun is fucking harsh. Like I'm trying to get like sort of this fadedness out of it. Your birthday is today. Happy birthday. Definitely needs more purple in the shadows. Not too much though. Bit too much orange, or is it yellow? Oh, the yellow looks good actually. We know enough. Yeah, a bit of blue back into it. I feel like these shadows are letting it down a bit. It's a bit better. Might do something like this. Make this like really accentuate that sort of sun flare. Sun's quite orange as well, so maybe a touch of blue. Soften it up a bit. That's pretty good. Definitely need to brighten up the car there. A tiny bit of clarity. That's looking pretty good. Quite happy with that one. That's looking good. Happy with that. Now let's get into the tunnel. The tunnel shot's always pretty hard to edit, I think at least, because it's like usually a weird white balance, especially when you're like close to the end of the tunnel. But I'm definitely gonna cut out, like having other cars in your photos, like I reckon like one of the worst things you can have. Like you want all the focus to be on this car, you know? And the tunnel always looks like, it always fucks with the colors, it always looks a weird feeling like that. I actually don't like shooting the tunnel anymore, but it's what Ben wanted some photos in, and it was very close to other locations, so it's really good. If I had the time, I'd like to take every car out to Bihar or Myanmar, and I reckon like you need to take the yellows way down when you're shooting the tunnel, because it's got a low. So we got the green one a little bit. It's very easy to make the tunnel photos like too saturated, especially with the grey car. Bloody hell. But we can take out all of that. That's fine. If you hold down Alt when you use this, is how you see all of that. It's pretty good. It's quite. It's more like nighttime. Yeah, that's nice. Check down real quick. Just writing down some stuff before I forget. Sharp. Yeah, looking good. How's the noise? Not bad. That looks good actually. Taking that red hue down. Just kind of evening out the wall.
Tokyo
Do a white, just some of this. Oh. So I don't want this to get too overexposed, it's a bit weird. Bump the whites here. So it's mostly on the side of the image. But there's like good leading lines in the tunnel. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to apply that grade to all these shots that we're taking on the tunnel. Might balance even. It's good.
Better get out of the city for a while.
Why?
Come on, these bastards on my tail aren't stupid.
What do you mean? You're really gonna come after me too?
So we got a really low shot here.
Get out.
Oh, not like super low, but pretty low. It's really cool. So we're gonna try to get as much of that, these leading lines here to the edge of the image. So we want to get as much of this as possible without getting that other car in the shot. That looks sick. Boost our whites. The tunnel is usually like very high contrast, which looks good. That's sick. Like I said, we'll do more post dodge and branding and Photoshop later. This one will need to be brightened up a lot. And to create a bit more sense of direction as well, like don't put the car in the middle of the frame every time. You know, put it like off center a bit, and then you can kind of, you know, if the car's on the left side of the frame, you know, your brain kind of assumes that it's going to the right. It kind of adds more, I don't know, it kind of makes it think that it's moving more than it really is. Since technically it's not moving at all, it's a fucking photo. That looks sick when I boost the whites there, nice and bright. Make it a bit more purple overall, not just in the shadows. Tiny bit more purple. That looks mean. I didn't actually think that was going to turn out that well when I first took that shot. Have we done? Yeah, we did a big split second. Yeah, that's good. I'm just going to get a little brush here and go just around this wheel here, make that kind of circle up a bit. Space those wheels up a bit more. Might just lower the shadows as well, they're a bit noisy. That's pretty good. Sick. That's really good. This one is going to be tricky. Oh, not too bad. Definitely don't want this light, that pole in there. Same thing here, we're going to keep the camera on the left side of the frame. Pretty good. Create a bit more depth by adding in a gradient here. Kind of accentuates the sunset. We could also put like a lens flare here, and if we brush away, we take off, you know, the sun wouldn't reach around, you know, wouldn't reach around that wall, so we do that. Give it some orange. Clarity down. We want to come to white. What am I doing here? What was I doing? Oh, that's accentuating the sun there. Like that. You know, unfortunately this is way too overexposed. There's nothing we can do about that, as you can see there. But that was pretty good. Probably a bit too orange actually. You don't want to put too much, you know, if you're going to do like a radial filter, you don't want to fucking shove it up, you want to do like a bunch of little ones. Not just with like one big, super obvious one. You don't want it to look too unnatural. That's been really good. Sick, I'm really happy with that. That's a grade. Really good. Nice and simple. You can already tell first thing, too much orange. I'm going to cut this one in quite close. Too much orange in this image. Not biting up this wheel too much because it's going to be super obvious. Just like break caliper and the lines off out a bit. Pretty good. It's a bit low saturation, it's a little bit purple. Could even accentuate like the, it's kind of at like an off angle, so we could even accentuate that a bit by rotating it. I think that's cool. now for almost 2 hours already. I'm like halfway done. Hopefully we can finish it up before I have to go. Get fucking moving, man. I'll give this one a bit of a gradient, I think. Just makes the eyes lead into the image a bit more. And then we'll just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Maybe like a little, like a very dark as well. That's good. How's the grade? It's trees and shit are a bit orange. Man, headsets get so uncomfortable after a while. I'm hating this. Do little things like that to make little calipers and little exhaust tips and stuff down there. This car has a tow bar? I did not know that. That's crazy. Take the tow bar option. Why do you have a tow bar on your car? It's looking pretty clean. Nice nighttime vibes. A bit too green. Tiny bit. I'm not going to worry about this shot, it's just a more boring version of this one. It's pretty good. The aspect ratio is the same. In this case, you could actually keep a little bit of these cars in it. It shows that, you know, his car is sort of like boosting away from the fucking plebs, the public. You know what I mean? A bit closer. I'll leave a bit of space on either side. That's looking pretty good. Those headlights getting a bit overexposed. Just a tiny, oh, not that much. Just bring it back a little bit there. That's looking good. super sharp that image, but we won't go too close. So that looks cool. This one as well, we got these leading lines here. We're going to keep those in the image. So we'll do it kind of like, probably like that. That looks good. So we can pump those whites, but in little areas we might need to bring it back like this. Those reds are looking a bit purpley. There we go. Yeah. If I get the saturation in the reds as well, it might stand out. That's sick. I'll do that. Alright, on these ones. Set the boys. What is that? Let's Photoshop that out. Sup, Campbell? How's it going, my bro? Nah, I don't shoot that cunt's car anymore, eh? Fucking loser. I did take this this hot boy to the same spot though that we found. How's your day been, Campbell? What have you been up to, buddy? You been working? That sort of brings... Pretty good. Car's going back for more power this week and a flame tune. Fuck yeah, boy. At us. As soon as you get flames, bro, you know where to find me. Let's make that a bit more purple. The whole image is a bit purple. Sick. Nice shot. Flame show. Flame show. Yeah, we definitely need these purples back. I mean, these greens back in the shadows because it was fading the shadows hard. Those were there. There's not a lot of color in this image, but we'll. Seems like it's wanting to go the blue and orange route. We'll take it that way. We need to boost the whites. Yeah. Boost the whites. Shadows up. Blacks down. Restore the headlights. Sick. Pop those wheels out a bit more. Flame show. Heck boy. That looks good. Copy that. Copy that to all the other photos we take out the spots. Not the same white balance. Sheesh. Not bad, not bad. I need to use the need to use our old friend guided tool here. There we go, nice and straight. Bring. Is that gonna be? Yeah, it's a bit too. Bit too. Alright. This motherfucker's gonna be so annoying to take out. Whatever that is on the ground. Don't litter. Makes my photos hard to take. Oosh, that's gonna pop off. We want to show off the roof. So. Oh, that's trippy. Kinda like it. What about that? That's kinda cool actually. Helicopter outside. Blacks, a bit too crushed. Put only in the car. Just all a bit too bright. And in the places that I don't want it to be. Too bright in the places I don't want it to be, and not bright enough where I need it to be, which is on the car. And the shadows it a little bit. There we go. Much better. I want the whites. Take some of the blues out. It's a bit vicious. So maybe just the exposure down a bit. Just a bit. Yeah. That's good. That was sick. That was really cool. Don't want to go too crazy on this because it's going to look really unnatural, but just a little bit on the wheel, make it pop. Probably went a little bit too low on this shot. It's good though. Liking the colours. Oh, here we go. Big way to hit the shot. Looks sick. Keep some of the sort of the mystery in there, the blacks. You know, keep the blacks down. Fucking really like high key sort of shot. Like, no, probably not too much of those whites, but that's good. That's really cool. Just a really wide shot. We'll bring it in so that it's got these pillars there, so you can see it's like in the middle of this big building. That looks really sick though. Just imagine that bagged. Ah. Definitely need to come back to the spot when it's bagged. Two cars I brought here, both monster trucks. Benz isn't too bad, just Campbell. I have to clean up all this shit. That's me there. Sick. Let's just see what it looks like without this These poles, I think it might look a bit better actually. Kind of good to have them in there for the foregrounds. Oh, nah, actually I like this. It's a bit far away, you couldn't see the detail. 6 spot. Get some opposing colours in there. It's pretty good. Looks sick. Just pull it in a bit. I'm trying to get it centered. Is it centered? When you're going for like symmetrical or somewhat symmetrical like this, it could be centered. Yeah, that's good. Sick. Get the oranges out of this. They look shit. Oh, but they're yellows, sorry. It's better than. More of the blues there. That's cool. Really like these. Love the spot so much. I don't want to give it too much on this side because you're really wanting the contrast, but just to bring out a tiny bit of the detail. And probably put the shadows back down a bit. Yeah, that looks sick. Where's the saturation on the ground coming from? You can either like really play with it or keep it down, but it gets to look a bit too muted. I can just fucking go for it, boys. A bit more. Yeah, that's the one. Tiny bit more green. That's sick. Almost done. It's a bit too. It'd be nutty if there was some sort of reflection here. If maybe this is wet, you could like even just pour some water there and make a big puddle. That'd be fucking sick. It's pretty symmetrical here. It looks pretty good. It's a bit green. not the sharpest photo I've ever taken. Probably won't post that actually. That's a sharp photo, that's good. In fact, when you compare that to that, delete. Oh, that's where that is coming from. Okay, we want to take that out then. Thought that was, yeah, there's a bit too much orange in the highlights there, but we need, oh, we need a bit more photo. That's good. I really like this photo. This might be the first one I post even. It's fucking sick. Get it nice and symmetrical. Not too blue, but nice. I have to do it. I'll do it in Photoshop. I'm not having a tow bar. I'm not having a tow bar on my Instagram. I'll do it in Photoshop like that. It's disgusting. That big fat fucking tow bar right in the middle of my photo. Ain't nobody got time for that. Just copy those exact settings. That is sharp. That's sick. Fucking love that. Hell yeah. I actually love this spot so much. I keep saying it's so good though. Look at the lighting, it's me. Detail shot of the head, the tail lights. And when you get a good spot and you get like your grade down, it's so good. You can just fucking. How does that work? I'm putting the highlights down and it's making the shadows go up. Weird. I just throw this bad boy down. Bit too close? Nah. Not for the zone. Nice detail. I do not like the bits in that photo. Don't like that one bit. We already have a good close-up of that. That's good. Needs to be a bit harder. That's cool. Nice. Too bright. Tone it down there, buddy, on the whites. Yeah, that's way too bright. Keep those fucking whites down. Let's bring these shadows up, but chill the fuck out on those whites. Good, like, angle. Maybe try to Photoshop that truck out, but yeah, calm the fuck down. Whites. Pretty good. We're definitely going to put some more noise reduction into this. Should probably do that for the whole set actually. They were all very noisy. Where are we? Here we go. Just a good idea. It's a bit smoother. That was good actually. Happy with that. Let's see what happens if we just doesn't quite suit it. Have to do their own tune for this one if we have time actually. Let me just double check. We got a bit of time. Look at it. It's a hard spot to edit actually, this spot. Can you edit one in nighttime? I'm having a hard time editing. This is a nighttime shot. This is like pretty much completely nighttime. And these ones down here are like super nighttime, so yeah, you'll see it in a sec, bro. Nighttime is always the hardest. Nighttime's super hard. Like, I have trouble editing nighttime. Close this. It's getting a bit cold in this bitch. Color is the hardest thing at night. Like, you kind of want to find a spot where, this is a bad example, like this is not a good spot for this, but you want to find a spot where like, you have, you know, you don't have a ton of colors, you have just like one main color, like say it's like a neon sign, or it's like a really dark area with, you know, one source of light. Not, you don't want a bunch of different sources of light because then you get stuff like this all over here. One source, like a nice strong key light, or you can just edit it to make it look way yeah, nighttime's hard. Nighttime's hard. Like, what the fuck did you do with this? Like, don't want the bonnet. Ooh. We're just gonna take all these colors out anyway. Red, chill, orange, definitely come down. I'll leave a bit of the yellow. Green's looking a bit ugly, but it can sort of stay. Blue, let's leave a bit of blue in. We can try and take out, yeah, we'll take out all the purple and pink, they always look shit at night. I can't remember what I used this spot last time. I think it was like, that was quite nice actually. Looks like green. That looks nice and clean actually. From that to that, much better. Don't want to boost the whites too much because we got some stuff happening there, but it's looking pretty good. Bit of a faded look, bring the blacks up, a bit of clarity. Perfect, man. Hope I can help out. If you have any questions in particular, let me know. Not a huge fan of the colours. It's immature. But that's what split toning's for. Kind of, not really. I don't usually fuck with luminance, but it's good sometimes. But it can easily look very unnatural. But this is like, I do kind of just want to brighten up some colors. And my light has gone out. Let me see if I have another battery. Got it. It's looking a ton better than it was before. I think we need to bring out... Why is it glitching like that? There we go. Cool, that's pretty good.
I can go home. Yeah,
It's looking really green. Is it? It's looking pretty green, eh? I'm pretty sure it's looking a bit green. Bring down the... it's really green on the bonnet. Just the bonnet though. What if we... yeah, I don't like that. I don't like really using that slider much. We could just... actually, that's what we could do. We could just... don't like doing that either. That's too bad. That's better. I'm trying to show that it's a grey car, not a, you know, a brown or a blue car. That was good though. Yep. We've done our other settings. Sweet. Fairy lights do look really cool. I am gonna have to go in about 10 or 15 minutes, I think, but I should be able to finish these off. Not the Photoshop part of it, but you know, most of the Lightroom bit of it. That's looking good. It just needs more. That's pretty good. It's quite hard to get like clean colors, especially at night. Oh, I fucked up the reds there. Is that affecting this? No, I need it for paint. Fortunately, this alley has like a bit of an angle to it, so it looks a bit weird. Like you either have the car on an angle or the walls are on an angle. There's not really anything you can do about it there. Because if you had a bagged car, you could put one side up a bit more than the other, but looks pretty good. I think this might be like this section of it, because down there it's fine. Here as well, we can just make the cut down up a bit more. I need these oranges back just to be reds. Be a lot darker because it's, you know, it is a night photo after all. And a lot more blue. Nice one. I'm gonna maintain the blues at night time because the blues give it that cool feel. If it's not really blue, like, it doesn't look as much like nighttime. Or I'm just looking shit. What do I do? That's pretty cool. So yeah, this one's just this looks, you can really tell the angle that it's on this one, but yeah. Pretty clean there. Give it a little cheeky clarity. Yeah. bit centered. If you're ever taking a photo like straight down the middle of the car, you gotta make sure it's perfectly centered. Otherwise it just looks off. Now these are going to take a bit more. I need to take out the... I need the whites, like I really need these whites, but the headlights are going to get pretty crazy. Where's my... What is up there? Switch around the old colors in this one. Definitely less yellow. Move the greens up, I like the greens. But the blue's gonna need to be split tanning. I need to bring the oranges and the highlights, and then a little bit of green for these shots, bro. So these rollers were with the what's it called, Sony's i1635 f4, and these ones and all the other ones in the set were the Tamron 28-72 2.8. Way too fucking... Yeah, we need to cool it down, heaps. Cool it down. Oh, I was meant to go to the post office and I forgot. Let's do that. Different day. Cool. Okay, let's finish these up. That's looking really good. Bit more purple. It's looking really good, actually. Loving this. That's looking fucking sick. I'm gonna bring that yellow back in, actually. Colors are working really well on this. A bit of blue in there. But this is fucking damn fine, if I can say so myself. The colors, whatever they are right now, they're good. Don't touch them. Oh, and camera. Sony A7 III, bro. Sorry, I fucking zoned out there for a minute. I'm really happy with how this shot's turning out. This one in particular. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of cleaning up in Photoshop. All those little bits everywhere, but... Sheesh. Not bad. A bit of fill light just makes a huge difference. This part of the car would be completely dead otherwise. Really happy with this. Brighten up those wheels a bit. Copy those to this. 1 second, I'm just gonna check something outside. She's all good. I did not think that these ones were going to be my favourite of the set. I need to do a bit of correction here. Actually, that would be right. She'll be right. A really nice high key look going on here. I'm really, really liking it. Sick. It's fucking sick. I always need to chill out when I'm editing. I'm always like, fucking, let's go. That's looking main. I just. Yeah, that's better. Really bring the eye into the middle there. Tiny bit too blue, maybe. Yep, tiny bit too blue. Give the wheels a G. Not bad. Need some more music. I often see this stinger hooning around. It sounds mean. Yeah, and he just got the cats taken out the day we did this photo shoot, so it sounds way better now. I was gonna take this call really quick. Stand by. Yo, okay boys, so we pretty much edited all those images. I have to go now, so where's my webcam? Cool. Where am I? I'm not in the middle. There I am. Alright, so I'm gonna head off now. Thanks to the guys that watched. I hope that it helped you out a bit. We edited like early sunset, rollers, late sunset, nighttime, and I'm really happy with how these turned out, so I hope you enjoyed. And if you want some more live streams, I don't know, remind me to do more. I'll probably do this more often because that's actually really fun. And yeah, just checked out your Instagram, amazing edits, bro. Oh, thank you, man. I just assumed that everyone that came in here already follows me on Instagram. But thank you, Giovanni, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. So yeah, have a good night.